Hey there, if you guys see me live, I'm live. All right. I'm trying to get this going on Instagram as well. So just hang on. There we are. Okay, great. Looks like it might be a little delayed there. All right. Okay, hang on. Okay, so welcome everyone. Just wait another minute while people are showing up. It's the unexpected last minute thing, but it's really important, a really important message I have to share with all of you tonight. So hello, and let us know where you're calling in from. Turn off this music. All right, and I'll come back here. We have Massachusetts, welcome. Pennsylvania's in the house. Colorado, Australia. Great, Christine. SoCal, my backyard. Mexico, Canada, Texas, South Carolina. You're all coming in now. Great. It's awesome. Texas. What up? Maryland. Awesome. Utah. Thanks, Joellen. Tennessee. Mark, great having you here. And, I did say that I would like to go on TikTok Live. However, they have already deleted my channel once. I already have a warning. I've only been up for 2 days. I posted something that was previously allowed, but now they are already deleted it. So go figure. It shouldn't be called TikTok. It should be called Tiptoe. Wyoming in the house. Kentucky, great. Hawaii, Tennessee, Carolina, North Carolina, Oregon, Phoenix, Florida, Ontario, Michigan. Thank you so much for your support here. I so much appreciate it. And your support on my TikTok channel will really help me rebuild that platform. I had nearly 50,000 followers before that got deleted. And so I am going to share that link with you just so you can hop over there while we're waiting for more people to show up, and you can support my channel there. I only have one channel, so if you've seen many, there are several fakos out there. So this is my new only channel, Vibrant Longevity Official. And so that will be coming up here in just a second. Oh, there it is. Okay, great. Facebook took over TikTok. Yeah, the new Tiptoe channel. Michigan, Ontario, Florida. Okay, great. Just take a deep breath and get here all the way. So this was, this tonight's live was inspired because some new things that I've noticed energetically that's been happening. There's a new phenomenon about how this AI, which I call ancient interference, not artificial intelligence, this ancient interference, the dark energies on the planet, a new way that they are interacting with the human biology and our biofield, our wireless technology, our aura, and our invisible energy anatomy. And so previously they've been just sort of coming into our energy field, maybe with some spells and curses, and affecting certain chakras, layers of our aura. However, now they are creating a direct link, a cord to various energy centers, various chakras. And so those of you who know about energy cords, you know that this is a way that people can silently manipulate you and control you. One of my most watched videos on my YouTube channel is all about cords and why you should never cut cords. This would also apply to these cords. So these AI cords, never cut them. Otherwise, you're not getting all of it. The roots are still in there. So when we take these cords out, we're taking out the roots and all. This is super, super important. In the process of looking at these new energies, I came across Ishmael Perez, who is a great spiritual brother and bright light, who was talking about, he's been a big supporter of Trump. I am not supporting either side or any side. I don't believe in politics, but we are keeping an eye on kind of what's going on. It's what's happening, right? And so he did a presentation, I believe it was last night, about how Trump seems like he's changing directions. So I started looking at that and noticed some really odd and disheartening energies happening, which is what I wanted to share about tonight. Tell them to stop. Yes. So I want to explain a few things first for those of you who are new to me and my work. I've been working in the healing arts for more than 40 years, and my greatest gift is being able to calibrate frequencies. And so I was born and raised in a religious cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. And when I left that cult after being suicidal at the age of 38, I decided that it was really important that I never, ever be deceived again. This is an organization that claimed to have the truth. And so since I was born and raised in that was all I ever knew. So when I finally found out this was a bunch of bullshit and was not the truth, and my whole world was ripped out from under me, I left that organization and was completely shunned by all the people I ever knew, and was allowed to be friends with. So I was on the moon, and I made it a mission to never be deceived again. And so I learned how to calibrate. I learned how to determine what was true and not true. And of all the things that you should be focused on this year, I think the number one most important thing is that you discover how to find your internal yes or no. Is it true or is it not true? So critical. There's a lot of ways you can do that. I'm not going to go into that in depth now, but some basic ways could be by muscle testing, dowsing, trusting those guts and that internal answer that you get. All super important. Otherwise, you guys don't know what in the heck to believe, and everything is designed to confuse you. So I get it's really hard to find out what is true and what's not true. And so a lot of you are relying on me, and I'm happy to share what I believe to be the truth based on my calibrations and what I'm discovering. I've come to these gifts after 25 ayahuasca journeys, working in the jungles of Peru with the shamans. I've also worked with a lot of other plant medicines. I've used the Hawkins scale for more than a dozen years. And so this is how I am calibrating now. And it's what I do with all of my clients. So truth, we need the truth so much, right? Sonoma County, great to have you in the house. Yeah, there are lots of cults. And so as a result of having been raised in this cult, I am also able to spot cults and cult-like behavior very easily. So we are currently in a global cult. And so I'm here on these platforms basically teaching you how to master your energy. Yes, there are ways to work with me privately. There is a link. I'll share my Linktree link now, and just so you can have access to that. Let's see if I didn't put it in the side thing. So hang on just one second. This link, this Linktree link, will give you access to all the things that are relevant right now. It has a link to my, do this. It has a link to this one there. It has a link to my book. It has a link to my website. It has a link to our current events. Once a month, we do a live luminary activation that is more of a clearing. Going to be talking a lot about different things, answering your questions. And I do want to do one very specific clearing about what it is that infiltrated and affecting all of the people that I'm about to read tonight. So I have done a previous reading on Trump, and I think that's still up on my TikTok channel. It is on the other platforms as well. But I am going to do an updated reading on Trump, on Melania, on RFK, on Elon, and then the three men that are part of this new Stargate project, which is this new AI infrastructure, which they're spending more than $100 billion to create. This was Trump's, apparently, his most important thing he had to jump on. So there's a few disturbing things about it, however, which is what we're going to talk about tonight. So, your questions along the way would be helpful, and we'll get to those as we can. Um, yes, Elon, five. I thought I heard 5 billion too, but I asked Siri before I got on, and she said only 100 billion. But either way, it's crazy, right? It's a crazy amount of money that this is the most important thing. So we've been talking a lot about this bifurcation of timelines and these two very opposite directions that people are headed on. I'm very confident that I am on the ascension path and helping people on that path. There is this other timeline, however, that is part of this technocratic timeline. This many billions of dollars that's being pumped into this new infrastructure is all part of that. So these two timelines are going to become more obvious, and this new thing that they're rolling out is also going to make people, they'll be forced to make a choice. And so one of the things that we're going to do is first, I wanted to explain a few things because I'm going to give this reading. But for those of you who are not familiar with my book, Access Your Ultimate Power, there's the French version, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence, the whole system is outlined in this book. But there's a few things that I want to go over just so that you'll understand why this reading is relevant and why it's important. So first of all, I'm going to basically give only about 4 or 5 readings on each of these people. So number one, whether or not they are grounded. Being grounded is the most important part of your invisible energy anatomy. Without that, you're like a house without plumbing. So if any of these people don't have a grounding cord, that means all of the energies that are in their energy field that are not theirs, they have no place to go. And this creates a lot of anxiety because it starts to feel uncomfortable. So that's number one. The second reading I'm going to read are the number of creative rings above their head. This is how we create our reality. If you have less than 3, you are being compressed. I think anything less than 100 is a compression, but you're going to see that these people have very few cords. 3 is like a minimum. And if they have 0, that's a complete takeover of their sovereignty and their crown chakra by this outside dark influence. So that's the second thing. The purpose of the rings and the importance of them is that more rings we have, the faster we create, the more intensely, and the bigger. But the rings don't care what it amplifies. So if you have a lot of rings and a lot of garbage in your field, that's what's going to get amplified. But if there's no rings or very few, that's a control of their sovereignty. The third thing I'm going to be checking is how open their heart chakra is. So this is a very important part of accessing our deep inner knowing, our infinite intelligence, our ability to self-generate love and have compassion for others. So this is also very important. And let's see, and then the last one are these cords. So this is a new way that AI is infiltrating our invisible energy anatomy with these energy cords. And they are using 5 at a time. So this is very much intentional and done on purpose. It's always 5. And by the place that they are corded, then you'll see what they're influencing. So if you have 5 cords of someone corded to your crown chakra, you're their puppet. They're just pulling the strings. If you have 5 of these energy cords in your root chakra, it's going to be really hard to stay grounded, to stay in your body, and to be present and function properly. They know that the root chakra is the most important chakra of all the energy centers. It sets the foundation for everything above it. So if they cut out that root chakra, or they're influencing it with a lot of fear and anger, then we're not in charge, if that's the case. So those are the things that I want to measure. And let me know if you guys have any questions first before I check this. So let's see. I'm going to follow along and write down intuitive hits. Most of your previous readings have matched what I've intuitively felt. Okay. And so maybe this will match what you're intuitively feeling now, because there's been a shift. Download it. Okay. My pleasure. Mm-hmm. Yes, TikTok is deleted. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's any questions. Yeah. So of these people, they're here that I'm reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 2 that are not puppets now. There's only 2. So, yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. So, first, I don't know where I should go first. Okay, we'll go with Trump first. We'll go with Trump. So he has been infiltrated. So in my previous reading, I mentioned that he was grounded. He has an infinite number of rings. And the bottom line is that he was a narcissist, 95% narcissist with a big heart. So now he has no grounding cord. He's got 5 rings. Last I checked, I'll check now. Now he only has 3. His heart was 15% open. Last I checked. Now it is 0. Whew, okay. Mm-hmm. And then spells. He didn't have any spells or curses, still none. But he has these 5 cords at his crown and at his root chakra. So he has both of these being influenced. So Ishmael thought maybe he was under some kind of a spell or something. It's actually far worse than that. Complete control of his crown and root chakra. Then I'll read these in the order that I was inspired to look myself, like what's going on. So next, I'm checking Melania, because I saw her at the funeral, and she seemed very morose looking, like something horrible had happened, and it seemed like far beyond even going to a funeral of this past president. So she also has no grounding cord. She has 5 rings, so they haven't completely taken over her. Her heart, 50% open, but they put 10 cords. So usually it's 5, but they put 10 at her root chakra so that they could completely control her feelings of stability. Yes, we were all hoping he would be on a path of service, but and who knows if this can change. This can change, because I know that I'm on the planet at this time, as well as many of you are, because this is such a critical time when we all need to tap into our gifts and our magic and our things that we don't even know. So as I'll be revealing, there's some new things that I'm learning that I didn't even know I knew 2 days ago that are starting to be revealed. Okay, next, RFK. Previously, he was grounded, had infinite rings, big open heart. Now, no grounding, 3 rings, heart, 50%. But he also has 10 chords. Let's see, all at the root chakra. So he, like Melania, they are trying to control his ability to feel stable. Another thing I'm curious about is what the percent these are in their body, because all of this is going to make them feel really uncomfortable. I'm going to wait on Elon. That's another one I wanted to do. So these 3 people that have been put in charge of the Stargate project, which probably the most disturbing thing that I heard about it in this presentation was that they are going to be creating we'll use the capital C word. I think we still have to speak in code anyway, jab. So a big C jab, they're creating that. And so it's supposed to be done out of gene sequencing. So they're going to take samples of your DNA, etc., or blood, whatever they do, and create a specific jab just for you and your capital C. So this is part. So this is where people are going to have to start making a choice. Do they want AI to take over their health and wellness and decide what is best for them and their body? Or are they going to, which is what I'm an advocate for, is tapping into our own human technology, our infinite intelligence, raising the light quotient in every cell in our body, which is measurable, and being able to heal ourselves. So this is the path that we're going to have to choose. And it feels like they're just going to find more and more ways to amp this up, where they're in charge of your physiology. So this is the bifurcation of timelines. Who are they? The dark side? The dark side that's been ruling this planet for eons. That's who I'm referring to when I say they, the dark side, the ancient interference. So whether or not Neuralink is bad for humans, I think maybe its intention might be, it's an initial, there is one intention about it that may be good, but it's a computer chip that's there's a whole nother word for this where where they're taking over our human anatomy and trying to computerize all of it. So I don't want to be part of that techno thing. But I have no judgment for those who do. This is the path that we have to honor if that's what people choose. Yeah, they don't want us to be sovereign. Of course they don't. Okay, so these 3 people that are part of this Stargate project, number 1, Larry Ellison, who was the founder of Oracle, big on AI. So 1, he has no grounding cord. He has no rings. He has no heart chakra. And he has 10 cords at his root chakra where he's being controlled. I haven't read Baron, so I'm not going to comment on that. Who are the puppeteers? It's the dark forces on the planet that have been ruling humanity for eons. But they are losing, and that is why they are trying so hard right now to keep some of this control. So that's Larry Ellison. The second person, Sam Altman, he is the CEO of OpenAI, which is that ChatGPT. He also has no grounding cord, no rings, no heart, and at his crown, and 5 crown cords at his root chakra. So he's become another puppet. Then we come to the third player of this Stargate. And this is this SoftBank CEO, Maya Yoshi-san. He is 100% grounded. He has an infinite number of rings, but he has no heart chakra and no cord. So he's not being controlled. So in other words, they don't have any need to control him because he's already on board. So there's that. And then last but not least, yes, I'm just reading this comment about Trump. Well, so here's the thing: is that this is the danger of relying on outside sources for our salvation. Whether I don't want to. So it doesn't matter if it's a president or if it's Jesus, and I don't mean to offend all the Christians out there, but whenever we're relying on an outside source for our salvation, for our future, for whatever, creating our reality, then we've given up our sovereignty. So we, by the frequencies we emit, and by the thoughts we think the most often for the longest duration with the greatest intensity, that's how we create our world. And so they've been keeping all of you very distracted, pulling you out of your core, worried about the fires, worried about the election, worried about all the things, right? So that we're not going inward. We're not tapping into our power, our infinite intelligence. And so this is the biggest and most important time, if you're a healer, to really start accessing your gifts, tapping into them, clearing all these fears that keep you from stepping out into the world and helping other people. This is no more important time than now. The orbs may be helping us. Yes, there is a certain level of from these from the spiritual realm, and we still have to do our part. You know, if we're waiting around even for orbs to save us or for the ETs to save us, then we're still in the same boat. We still have turned over all of our sovereignty to other people. We need to step into our sovereignty so that we can help all these people that are feeling helpless to step into our power. That's the only way we're going to make it through this. And so when I say make it through this, this is not an either or, in that either we are going to survive or not survive. I believe I'm going to survive, but there's still going to be simultaneously a lot of people who are not. There's people on this ascension timeline. There's people on this other technocratic timeline. And so those who are still asleep to what's going on, these are the ones who are going to be struggling the most. So, and it's hard to watch our family and friends who are still asleep, right? Knowing where they're headed. All right. I did a previous reading on Teal Swan. I'll just talk about this real quick. Teal Swan, I believe she has a lot of healing she's still doing. I actually have a lot of respect for her and her journey and her trauma and what she's been through. She can even have any wisdom about herself after everything she's been through to be able to help other people. So she's still on a path of healing. And so, you know, anything might seem a little off or sideways about her, so angry about this or this about that, still healing. And so I think she has a lot of great wisdom to share with people if you're willing to. Okay, so last, Elon Musk. And then we're going to do a little clearing, because my guess is that, because I've been seeing this everywhere, these cords tapped in so that they're siphoning your energy so that you can't get grounded either. So Elon is 100% grounded, infinite number of rings. His heart is completely closed. He has no cords. However, except for the CCP, which is important to the root chakra. So I believe there are two versions of Elon, and they are playing both sides. So that's why, on one hand, you might see that he seems like he's really helping humanity, and then you see him on the other hand over in China trying to make more billions of dollars with his products there. So the chords are tapping in from this ancient interference. If you want to know the exact mechanics of it, that I don't know. I just know that it's happening. That's all that matters. And but more importantly, that we can empower ourselves to counteract all of these influences. We are more powerful. This is why they've been trying to control us, because we are so powerful. But they have all these spells in us and curses, thinking these programs are right here in our sixth chakra, making us think that we are powerless. And so if we believe those spells, then we just keep playing into their games. So let's end this. We're going to do a little clearing now. And I also want to see if you guys have any questions. Was it too much? Was there a noise? Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me that. It was the paper on the computer. I was making weird noises. I apologize for that. Their versions of Trump, that very well may be as well, because I heard that there was one of his versions who been in hiding all this time, but the authentic one was the one who took office. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do a little clearing here. Okay, we're going to do a little clearing here, and we're going to do this process that's called running your energy. It's outlined in my book, Access Your Ultimate Power, but it also is available. There's a 20-minute and 8-minute version available to download, so that you can listen to this process to clear your energy on a daily basis. The most important part of this whole thing is the grounding cord. Now, if you're just going through the motions and listening to this every day and just, mindlessly doing the process, you might miss this most important part, which is getting grounded. So we're going to make sure all of you are grounded tonight. And it's really important for you to pay attention to any shifts in your energy field. 90 to 95% of what you think and feel is not yours. So this is the level that they are infiltrating and affecting our energy field. So first of all, let's get grounded. So you're going to imagine a big pipe, not a skinny little string. You've got a lot of energies to release. So imagine a big solid pipe attached to the base of your spine. And like an elevator, just let that start descending. I might make funny sounds as I'm doing this. I might tap into some light language, but I just let it flow now. Okay, so we're dropping this elevator down so it can descend all the way to the center of the earth, so it can start releasing all of this garbage that is not yours. Okay, good. I'm glad you're all paying attention. That grounding cord just went straight down, so that's great. It's set on release. There's no effort in this. Breathing and releasing. Next, you're going to send roots down from the bottoms of your feet. These roots are going to go deep into the earth. They're going to actually wrap around the entire planet. It's going to intermingle with the intelligent communication layer of the root system. The mycelium, the fungus on the planet, is designed to convert decay into life. So we're tapping into that energy. We're tapping into the energy of the feminine, the energy of abundance, the crystalline light grid. We're bringing all of that energy up through these roots into your feet, through your feet, through your ankles, through your calves, down your grounding. Okay, great. All right, so now we've got earth energy coming up through our legs and going down the grounding cord, both loops. This is going to help you feel safer on the planet. When you're connected to the earth, that's going to make you feel more present and stable. And then we're going to see if there's a worry circle. So yes, it's congested out to the second layer. This is all the fear. And so in this root chakra, this is where that cord is, 5. So 5 of these cords, never cut cords. You're going to gently pull these cords out, roots and all, and intend for that to go back to wherever it came from. Until we figure out a way to permanently stop this, which I have not discovered how to do that. It's important for you to be mindful. If you just set this thing on, like you just have a protection thing, and that prevents everything from getting in, it kind of stops you from being alert, right? And so you don't know when they've climbed in if you just have things on autopilot. One thing that I have discovered that is also new is they've put many of these mechanisms on an auto loop so that it reinstalls after a certain amount of time. Could be 5 hours, could be 12 hours, could be 24, 48 hours. It just reinstalls. So I did find where, and it might be different on different people, but as I've been working with clients now, this is new, finding the place where it reinstalls and puts this on a loop. So this worry circle, there's no worry circle. Great. So that means you've cleared the cord. Is there a cord? No. Okay, great. So let's find, because I am getting that this is on like an auto loop to reinstal every, let's see, like every, say in 48 hours. I think it's more often than that, but that would be so when whatever the mechanism is, it's in the 6th chakra. So we're going to take a side step up to the 6th chakra, out to that second layer, and just pretend that you know what you're doing, because you do, and amplify this 6th chakra so that you can transmute this program, this mechanism. Poya akaye anatumupuye, kiamaka aye amoye nata akaye anatumukuye. Okay, good. So as you're coming down, let's see, we were doing the root chakra. Okay, let's see if that mechanism is cleared. It's saying no. Okay. Okay, there's another part of it that's connected at the 6th chakra, also all the way out to the 100th layer. That's where AI hangs out. So we're going to also use our imagination, our infinite intelligence, and pretend that you know what you're doing. And we're going to transmute this energy all the way out in the 100th layer. Okay, there's some curses. So this is like a tripwire that are getting released in heart chakra. 2nd layer, 100 curses. Keata amaye opuye anatia makaye ayetia amapapaye pukuyo. Amplify your heart chakra. Make it vibrate faster and faster, brighter and brighter. Keamakia I aye anatumukuye piama paye. So checking if this looping mechanism is cleared now. Okay, getting a yes. Okay, so now we're going back to, we cleared the worry circle. We're going to see if the heart is grounded. So it's open, but it's not grounded. It doesn't feel safe. So we're actually going to go back up to the sixth chakra, second layer, where this fear program has been installed. So amplify your sixth chakra. And okay, so heart starting to get grounded. Let's go down to the root chakra, second layer, and clear more of these fear programs where they're making you afraid to step into your power. There's a much bigger clearing here that we don't have time to get into, but which relates to all the past lives that you've been killed as a powerful healer, wizard, alchemist, etc., etc. But what I really wanted to focus on tonight were these chords. Okay, so heart is now grounded, and the women are going to draw a line of energy from both ovaries into that grounding cord. The men are going to draw a line of energy from the prostate and testicles into the grounding cord. Okay, great. So now heart is grounded. So those are the 5 parts to getting ultra grounded. So when you say you're grounded, are you ultra grounded or are you just grounded? Okay, so if they're stepping it up, we have to step it up. So just saying. Okay, next we're going to see how many rings you have above your head. So this is a collective reading. There's almost 100 people here. So we're doing a collective reading on all of you. Let's see. I'm getting about 3 rings, which is like the base minimum. So there is a compression here at our crown above the rings. So amplify that 3rd ring. Make it vibrate faster and faster using your imagination, whether you see it, whether you feel it, whether you're just do something to help yourself. Okay, great. So we're amplifying this now. So now we have 50 rings. So keep going. Are you saying as a collective of those of us in this live, we have curses and are not fully grounded? We're not checking on curses right now. We're just checking specifically on these chords. And right now we're opening your rings so that you can create faster and more powerfully. And so my suggestion is to listen to my 20-minute meditation every morning. Some people do it twice a day, so that you can stay in these higher frequencies. So as these rings start to amplify what's in your field, you'll be able to find and clear these energies because they're going to start vibrating a little faster to get your attention. So now there are 100 rings. That's a good place to acclimate. So let's start bringing pure source down through these rings. So any of your intentions to maybe be a healer that steps into more of your gifts, maybe you want more clarity, maybe you want greater intuition, maybe you need more financial abundance and stability, maybe you want more love in your life, whatever it is, put it in the rings. This is how we create our reality. So pure source is coming down through these rings now into the crown. 6, 5, 4. We're going to let this pure source stir at the heart chakra chords, more of these AI chords, another 5. So intend to send those cords back. And let's see if there's a looping mechanism on this one. I'm getting a yes. This looping mechanism is actually in the root chakra. So we're going to go down to the root. We're going to take a little side step here into the root chakra, out to the second layer. Add a lot of fury in this. So amplify the root chakra. And we're going to transmute this looping mechanism. And so this is you taking accountability for everything you create. Everything in your life is a creation and manifestation of all the frequencies you emit. So if you don't like what you're creating in your life right now, then it's up to you to change those frequencies so you can start emitting a different frequency and creating a new life. So that's part of what we're doing here. For some of you, this is just a drop in the bucket, but you have to start somewhere. So, okay, so this energy in the heart. Okay, it says that looping mechanism is now cleared. There's no curses that have been, like sometimes there's a tripwire. Okay, so as we're coming down through the heart, solar plexus, second chakra, this is where we create from. And in here is a lot of fear. So this is what you're creating. This is what you're holding here. And so when your creations pass through this fearful filter, that's what you create more of, more things to be afraid of. Million faces to fear, whether it's being tired, distracted, unmotivated, just stuck. This is the many, many faces of fear. So let's amplify the second chakra. More cords. Okay. These 5 AI cords right here in the second chakra, because they want to control what you create. Why? Because they're hungry. And you are providing the fear, the anger, rage, and fury, all of these dark energies that they feed on. They're plugged into your second chakra so that you can create for them. So this is how we end this, is you used your imagination, infinite intelligence, human technology to amplify the second chakra, transmute this energy. Okay, curses are getting released in the root chakra, about 50. So amplify that root chakra now. Send those cords, those curses down the grounding cord, or just transmute them. You can use a white flame. Use your imagination. Many of you have your own tools that you can also use. Maybe you have things that I don't know about that are just as powerful, or maybe even more powerful. I don't claim to have all the answers here. I'm just doing the best I can with what I have, sharing it with all of you. So let's clear these curses in that root chakra. Kia papa ye anati mapa. Kia nato mo ye amapi akai ye anatu mokuyo. Okay, so in the root chakra now. So as we're coming down, bringing this pure source down through that central core, it's coming all the way down through this central core channel. So take a deep breath now. Really anchor this energy connected way up high to pure source. And now you're rooted deeply into our Mother Earth. Mix these two energies, the earth energy coming up through your legs, pure source coming down the backside. Mix that in the second chakra. And now bring it up the front, real close to the spine. So it's getting a little stuck. So some of you have lost your grounding cord. Some of you feeling anxious, you're the ones who have lost your grounding cord. So put it back down all the way to the center of the earth, like a big elevator. It's fear that causes the contraction, that causes that root chakra to pull up, so you lose your grounding cord. So we just put it back down. I'm going to put it back down. Okay, so now, take a deep breath, regroup. We're taking this 50-50 mixture up the front. There's still some curses here. Another 50, or maybe it's the 50 that never got released. Amplify this root chakra. Use your infinite intelligence. See it vibrating faster and faster. Maybe watching it get brighter and brighter. Maybe you feel this. Maybe there's a warm feeling or tingling or some other sensation to know that something's happening here. This is you activating and accessing your personal power, your infinite intelligence, and your ability to step into this powerful place that is more powerful than all of these energies that are trying to control you. You just haven't known how. Okay, so as we bring this 50-50 mixture up the front, coming up through that second chakra where it's stopping, there's fury in here. So just drop all that fury down the grounding cord. If you want to use a white flame, you could do that. This white energy is Christ consciousness. Very powerful. Okay, so coming up through the second and into the solar plexus, into the heart chakra now. Let's amplify this heart energy again. So this is, say this is maybe close to the root chakra as far as powerful. I would say this is probably the most powerful chakra, but it's powerless without the root chakra. So just saying, they work together really, really importantly. So we're amplifying this heart energy, making it brighter, brighter. Cords, those 5 cords that we cleared on the back side are now on the front side. So, so this is so new that I've not seen this configuration before where they have 5 at the front, 5 at the back. So let's take these out like we did the cords at the back. Amplify this heart chakra. There is a looping mechanism in the root chakra, second layer. So you're amplifying both now. Koye ia na ye na papaye no tu mo koye pia papaye kuyo koyo a ye na ti ama papaye no tu mo kuye. Okay, good. So right at this heart. Great. There. Now we've cleared that cord. The looping mechanism. Cleared that as well. Let's bring this up through the heart chakra. Through the throat, 6 crown rings. Still 100 rings, which is still a good amount to have if this is kind of a new space for you. You've never had 100 rings before. Things might get a little intense, might get a little hot. So as this energy is coming through all of our rings, it's going to fountain down through all the layers of the aura, like paint being poured over a balloon. Clear this 3rd layer, especially from your crown on down. So the 3rd layer of your aura. This is like a big cocoon. When it gets below at the bottom, it merges with your grounding cord. So all of these layers have a place to release to. This is why the grounding cord is so important. They interact with our bioelectrical energy anatomy, we're wireless technology. And so the aura is a big place that they interact with. And if you have no grounding cord, everything is stuck in your aura. Okay, so third layer. Okay, good. Especially around the solar plexus. There's about 5 curses here. So just imagine this bright white energy fountaining down through this third layer as it's clearing this energy at your solar plexus, making you feel powerless. Okay, good. I have someone's asking about whether or not I use the black flame anymore. I don't know, not so much. The white flame seems to be more powerful. The black flame, you experiment. I say do what works for you. Black flame is also very powerful. The black pure darkness is where things get converted, like below the surface of the earth in pure darkness, where it gets converted into life. And also in a mother's womb, where there's darkness, converting this little thing that's growing into a full human. So that's that pure darkness is very powerful. But experiment. Okay, so we're clearing the layers of the aura. Third layer. So from about the shoulders on down, curses. 50. Okay. So just allow this white energy to transmute these curses. So this is going to allow you to have more energy. A lot of you are complaining how tired you feel. That's this energy of these curses causing you to feel powerless, aka tired. Okay. Okay, there's still some energy here. Wow, okay, so that's a new thing. I haven't seen this where there is a cord to the third layer of the aura, right at that solar plexus. So we're going to just send that back. And when we're done, we are going to provide some protective layers. We're just doing what we can. Seems like sometimes they still find their way in. Maybe the layers get thin or they drop or whatever. So we have to be diligent. Okay, so then we're going to go out to the 10th layer. This is a really important layer to clear because when this is congested, it makes you feel alone. Like there's no God, there's no angels, there's no help or support spiritually. And this is where they want you to, in this 10th through 12th layers is where the angels and our guides hang out. But if we're disconnected, then we think we're all alone. So we're clearing this disconnect in the 10th through 12th layers. Let's clear the 15th layer where the 1% hangs out, especially around your root. Okay, great. Rest of the aura looks clear. Let's come back to our heart chakra. We're going to amplify this heart energy and we're going to clear our circle of reciprocity. In order to receive, we need to give first. So let's bring this heart energy up to the right clavicle, right shoulder. And so right at that right shoulder, there's another 5 curses. Amplify your heart energy so you can just transmute all of this energy that doesn't want you to give of your gifts and inspiration and knowledge and wisdom and love and all of that out into the world. Okay, coming out that right arm. If you put your fingertips together like you're holding a small ball, then you can allow that energy to come into the palms and into all the fingertips so you can receive. The left hand is your receiving hand. So right now it's blocked. Amplify this heart energy so you can transmute more curses. There's about 5 curses here in that left hand. Mhm. And so if we're used to trying controlling everything around us, we're basically pinching the hose of our receiving. And so when we clear this left receiving hand, we're surrendering, we're allowing source to flow through us so we can receive. Then we can stop blaming everybody else for not giving to us. We're the ones who are in charge of what we receive. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. What we receive. Okay, there. So through the heart, throat, simultaneously, through the sixth chakra, through the crown, through the rings. Spells, cursed cords. Okay, it says there's still cords, 5, still at the root chakra. Okay, so we're going to take these cords out again. So maybe some new people showed up that have these cords. Maybe they reinstalled. I don't know, but we're going to clear these again. Amplify your root chakra, making sure you're grounded. And we're going to transmute these cords. Checking if there's a looping mechanism. There's not on this for it to reinstall. Okay, spells, curses, cords. Okay, cords are out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the final piece, we're going to seal all of you up with these 5 protective layers, and they go in this order. The order that I'm telling you is the order that I've received these layers in. These layers go between the 7th and 8th layers of your aura. The first 7 layers of our aura connect to our 7 chakras. So the 7th layer is the end of our invisible energy anatomy. So that's why we put it after the 7th layer. And so these are the colors. First, white. Pure white is Christ consciousness. So it comes down just a little bit, maybe to about the 6th chakra. So we're going to just use our imagination and allow this layer to come all the way down around our little cocoon. And this is Christ consciousness. So especially around that solar plexus where you are feeling powerless. Okay, good. So we have white, and then next is a violet. This comes down to our shoulders and then stops. So that bring that violet. You could even use a violet flame. It's quite a powerful energy. Okay, next we're going to do the energy of gold. A very bright, shiny gold is the energy of prosperity and abundance. And then the energy of diamonds, which is not really a color, it's a frequency. And so if you wanted to imagine a huge, what looks like a quartz crystal pointed at the top and bottom, and you're inside of that diamond, this helps to keep this AI energy out. Maybe we should put 5 of these on. Okay, good. That's a diamond. And then blue is the energy of Seraphim Bay, who is an ascended master. So that comes down to about the solar plexus and then stops. So bring that all the way down and around. Okay, great. So that is that. I'm curious how you're feeling now, if you're feeling any calmer, more present, less anxious, and if you have any questions. So everything that we just did is outlined in my book, Access Your Ultimate Power, the blueprint to Infinite Intelligence, available on Amazon. And there are a host of activations on YouTube um, that I used to do this every Friday, Friday's inspiration. And so now we're doing, actually, I've decided to come on here every week to help answer questions, maybe do a brief clearing that seems relevant. And but there is an opportunity to join a monthly membership. You can join once if you want, but there is a nominal administration fee or admittance fee to get a much more specific clearing. And this month, it's always the first Thursday. This month, it's all about authentic love. That's really where everything starts, is this self-generated love. So it's going to be all about that. Let's see how you guys are feeling now. So nauseous. That's a good sign. You're releasing stuff. Good. Your solar plexus feels crazy right now. It's probably waking up. It's probably been asleep for some time. For those of you who are sleepy, you're back in your tired body. Yes, feeling more in your body. Good. Lighter. Great. Also sleepy, feeling amazing. A little nauseous. Yes. Calm and sleepy. Good. You're welcome. Yes. Computer viruses reinstall. Looping mechanism. Yes, it's because AI, like a big computer, right? For the diamond layer, I was in a quartz shape, but when you said maybe do it 5, I saw 5 diamonds around me. Okay. There's no right for this. It's the fact that you guys are all here, is applaud yourself for that, that you're here doing some work for yourself. And then you can help your clients that much better. Lots of burping, yawning, sneezing, feeling tingly. You're so welcome. Feeling relaxed, feeling calm, full of light. Yes. So that's what we're doing. We're amplifying our light body. And the more light we have, it's the more information that we're holding. And so I love that you're all here. I'll be back again. I'm trying to do this every week, but limited on time. I'm really busy with clients. And is there a minimum frequency that the collective have to be here right now? I'm not quite sure what that means, Daniel. You're also welcome. I wouldn't say there's any kind of a minimum frequency. Yeah. I would not shoot for a minimum. I would shoot for a maximum. The most light and brilliance that we can have in the live and participating in it. That's hard to say. I think everyone is participating to the degree that they can. Some of you are new here and just learning, and some of you are more advanced and really are helping other people here, holding space for them. Feeling lighter, smiled without feeling non-judgmental. Yes, that's very good. Thank you. Good to see you here, Jennifer. Let's do one more thing. Let's amplify our joy. As you're playing chess with this cancer vaccine. Who knows? I'm not even going to try and speculate about all of that. I only checked in on this because it seems pretty important and relevant, but I'm spending as little time as possible keeping track of all of the nonsense, because I really want my energy and my frequency to be in a higher frequency. And so let's amplify our joy so that we can have even a level of amusement about all of this nonsense, because I trust the light and the path that I'm on. And it's going to be pretty darn interesting over the next 3 years as we watch all of the chaos and this world collapsing that can't be sustained. It has to, the way we've been working, it has to end. So, and be replaced. It's not just ending and that's it. It's being replaced by better things. Okay, joy. Okay, we're up to 50%. That's better than 15. So let's raise our joy, our level of joy. A lot of serious energy, and the energy of fury are the opposite of joy. So let's go to our sixth chakra, second layer, where there is some of this fury that is keeping us from seeing any joy in the world. When we see the world through this furious filter, there's nothing to be joyful about. So we're going to clear this program, brought to you by AI. Okay, and then we are going to go to the root chakra, second layer, and clear more fury. So amplify your root chakra, and we're going to clear the serious, angry energy that diminishes our joy. Thank you. I think I have that on one of my vision boards, that I would be beloved. It's over there. It's on my main altar, that I had a beloved following. Okay. Joy. 100%. Yay. Let's see if it's 100% in every chakra. This is how specific you can get with this stuff. Yes. Okay. That feels like a good place to end for tonight. And I appreciate all of you so much showing up and supporting me. And if you could go to my TikTok channel, it'd be so appreciated. If you haven't followed me there, to please follow. And let's see, let me put it up one time so that you can help me out on TikTok. And my new channel, Vibrant Longevity Official, is right here in the chat. So that would be great if you guys could go there and give a like and a follow, and also subscribe here on YouTube if that's where you're at on this channel, and then you could be notified when I come on live again. So until we meet again, all of you blessed people, thanks again so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. All right. Thank you.